Commander Zexthar adjusted the containment field, satisfied with the readings. The human female inside remained motionless on the floor, seemingly compliant. Perfect specimens for study, these humans. Weak metabolically, fragile skeletal structures, primitive neural patterns. Yet something about them warranted observation before extinction. Vital stable, Dr. Krell announced from the monitoring station. Oxygen levels nominal. She's definitely sedated. Zexthar leaned closer to the transparent barrier. Dr. Vexton, the expedition's leading xenobiologist, had theorized that humans possessed a dormant survival mechanism, something that activated only under extreme duress. Most species didn't. Most species broke, gave up, accepted death. But humans? Humans were different. Captain Sarah Chen had been conscious for 3 days now, locked in this cube of shimmering blue light on the Vexthar's research deck. She'd watched them, studied them, learned their patterns. The guards changed every 6 hours. The monitoring system blinked every 40 seconds. The containment field drew power from the main reactor, which hummed with a frequency she could feel in her bones. She'd learned their language from the data pads carelessly left within earshot. Now, she waited. Waited for the perfect moment. The sedatives they'd injected were designed for Vexthari physiology, a species twice her mass, with different liver enzymes and metabolic rates. Sarah's military training included emergency medical protocols for alien compounds. She'd fought the drugs, forced her body to process them faster than they'd anticipated. To them, she appeared docile. Broken. A convenient assumption. At precisely 14:23 station time, the guard rotation occurred. Zexthar stepped closer to the containment field, datapad in hand, distracted by incoming telemetry. The field generators, Sarah had mapped their locations 3 days ago, sat in plain view. The Vexthari had built their technology around the assumption that prey remained prey. Sarah moved. She'd spent countless hours in military combat training, in underwater operations, in survival scenarios. Her body remembered everything. Muscle memory didn't care about alien planets or impossible odds. It just executed. She ran. 3 strides to build momentum. Her leg extended in a perfect arc, not against the containment field, which would simply repel her. Instead, she targeted the secondary power conduit she'd identified, the one running along the floor. Her heel struck with precision. The impact should have been negligible. Should have meant nothing against alien technology. But the Vexthari had designed their systems for durability, not for impacts at exactly the right angle, with exactly the right force distribution, applied by a trained human operator. The conduit cracked. The containment field flickered, once, twice, then died. Zexthar had 2.3 seconds to register what was happening. Dr. Krell had perhaps half a second more. Neither was enough. Sarah was already moving toward them, having covered the 7 meters of laboratory space in under 4 seconds. Her trajectory was perfect, her positioning flawless. The guard's weapon hadn't cleared its holster. The doctor's emergency beacon was still being activated when Sarah reached them. What followed was not a fight. It was application of force. Clinical. Efficient. The result of a trained human against species that had achieved technological dominance without ever needing to master hand-to-hand combat. Zexthar hit the wall first, the impact forcing oxygen from his lungs. He was still sliding downward when Sarah pivoted, disarmed the guard with a move that left that arm bent at an angle Vexthari physiology wasn't designed to accommodate, and used his own weapon to disable Dr. Krell's emergency beacon. 40 seconds. Total elapsed time. The research deck descended into chaos. Alarms wailed. The remaining personnel froze in shock. Those delicate, fragile humans weren't supposed to move like that. Weren't supposed to fight. Weren't supposed to win. Sarah stood among them, breathing hard, the guard's weapon steady in her hands. Around her, the Vexthari scientists scrambled backward, their expressions a mixture of terror and confusion. "You put me in a cage for study," Sarah said in their language, each word clear and precise. "You forgot one thing." She smiled. "Humans don't stay caged."